There is a new detail about Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey that changes the way we view the legendary Trojan horse, and it centers on a specific editing choice in the new trailer. We might already know the story from history class, but there is one major problem with how we expect this movie to play out. Nolan isn't telling this story in a straight line. You are watching Screen Explain. The Odyssey is officially hitting theaters on July 17, 2026, and it's being described as a mythic action epic shot entirely with brand new IMAX technology. This is happening because Nolan wants to bring a sense of grounded realism to ancient Greek mythology, replacing magic with technical ingenuity. The story is moving towards a dual timeline structure, where we see Odysseus's 20-year struggle to return home, while simultaneously watching the political collapse of Ithaca. This leads to a new invasion system back at the palace. Instead of an army attacking from the outside, the threat is internal. Robert Pattinson is playing Antinous, the lead suitor who has moved into the king's home to seize power from the inside. This creates a functional role for Anne Hathaway's Penelope as a resistance leader. She isn't just waiting, she is managing a 108-man occupation of her own house. Because of this internal threat, the trailer highlights a major shift in Odysseus's character. Matt Damon isn't playing a traditional warrior, he is a master of deception. This leads to the trickster arc, where his greatest weapon isn't a sword, but his ability to lie. We see this in the Trojan horse flashback, which Nolan has confirmed is a non-linear memory used to explain how Odysseus thinks. This is the obvious direction for the film, because it mirrors Nolan's obsession with characters who use complex plans to manipulate their environment. This leads to the consequence of the identity crisis. When Odysseus finally arrives in Ithaca, he doesn't come home as a king, he arrives as a beggar. This removes his physical power and forces him to rely on his son, Telemachus, played by Tom Holland, to gather intelligence. This shift turns the final act into a home invasion thriller rather than a wide-scale war. So now the core question becomes, can a king who has been gone for 2 decades prove who he is in a city that has already replaced him? The movie will likely end with 2 possibilities. Either the great bow sequence acts as a brutal restoration of the old order, or Nolan adds a twist that suggests the man who returned isn't the same hero who left Troy 20 years ago. Which side will Penelope choose when the man she's been waiting for finally stands in front of her? Subscribe to Screen Explain for more.